Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to Persona 5. Alright, the gang's all here in the Velvet Room, which hasn't happened since Persona 3. So, let's see how much actually gets explained now.
Who are they?
My name is Igor. I am the master of the Velvet Room.
I am Lavenza, a resident of this place as well. We have been waiting for all of you.
The thing is, entering the Velvet Room, at least as it's explained in Persona 3, requires or otherwise implies that you've gained the power of the wild card, so I wonder now if this applies to everyone on the team.
Velvet Room? My master has just been released from a long period of imprisonment. His powers have not fully returned. Though it may be presumptuous of me, I will speak on his...
Hey, where's Morgana?
Would you like to see him?
You know him?
He's right over there.
That's where you were hiding?
I was born here. It was to dispel an evil being from man's spiritual world.
Oh, wait a minute, was Morgana part of Lavenza?
Mona? My role was to find the trickster and help him defeat it.
Oh, so Morgana wasn't a malevolent being like a shadow at all.
That's why I was created here by my master.
He was a servant of Igor. Okay.
Indeed.
So that dream we kept seeing was just a nightmare. It actually didn't mean anything after all.
I really remember everything. When this place was about to be taken over, my master gathered the last traces of mankind's hope. He mustered up his remaining strength to make me.
Ah.
The entity that calls itself a god is a malevolent will that forces man into everlasting servitude.
That sounds oddly familiar.
It hopes to attain eternal peace by filling reality with those who have stopped thinking for themselves.
Oh, so that's really its will, and not their will.
That is the ruin of man that this evil god envisions.
So clearly that voice we were hearing was Lavenza's, and Igor perpetuated all of this before being imprisoned. Interesting.
I, don't get what you're saying at all.
Did we even need to hear this from you, Ryuji? Of course you don't get it. We know this already.
Oh, be quiet and listen. We don't have much time left.
Thank you, Lavenza.
Wait a moment. The Holy Grail is a god? I was wondering why it had a will of its own, but are you implying that it isn't a treasure?
No. As the distorted desires of the masses, it is most certainly the core of Mementos itself.
Then, did the treasure become a god because people wish to be ruled over?
That is correct. To decide the fate of the world, it chose two people with potential and pitted them against each other.
Oh, that would have been Peter and Akechi.
One, Goro Akechi, incited the masses' distortion. Had he won, the world would have been destroyed and remade.
Destroyed and remade? That's starting to sound like the plot of Nocturne.
The other was a trickster who would stand up against this. That was him.
If he won, the human world would be left as is. Those were the conditions of the game. At least, that's what should have happened.
That malevolent being knew that a revolution would not occur within indolent humans. After all, it is the masses' distorted desires incarnate. However, my true master believed in humanity. He believed that a trickster would rise among the people and accomplish this change. But that evil entity laughed at the prospect and sought to prove the powerlessness of man with the game.
So rather than looking to see what would happen, that thing's goal from the very start was just to screw everybody over. It's like those studies that claim to be objective, but in reality the studies are designed in such a way that they are weighted to prove a particular outcome or to disprove a particular outcome, rather than using proper scientific method, which doesn't favor one outcome or another, but merely looks objectively to see what happens.
And he had great potential, which is why it approached him. It helped train the trickster only to cast him into despair, using the masses who rejected their savior.
So even that was part of its plan from the very start. Jeez. So it never intended to let me win that game, then. It was not meant to be fair at all. Which, of course, her voice did tell us at the very beginning.
This was likely its means to nip in the bud anything that would pose a threat. Now that I think back to when I was separated, I felt a disagreement to the word rehabilitation. Of course I did. It was just a means for the fake to keep you under surveillance.
Basically, this guy was dragged into a game where the evil god rigged the outcome.
I mean, we kinda gathered that.
Damn it! What the hell?
Your real world has already been fused with mementos. You do not exist because reality is replete with the cognition of those who deny the Phantom Thieves.
Great.
It can be said that the world is one step away from the evil god's machinations. However, there is still hope. Now that the evil god's identity has been exposed, you can see your rehabilitation to its completion.
I thought you didn't like the word rehabilitation.
Only you can leave this prison and save this distorted world and its captive people. Young man, guided by Morgana and worthy of the trickster name, you must challenge the evil god and reclaim your existence in reality. Are you up to the task?
Reclaim my existence?
You'll be fine. You're not doing this alone.
You know, I was kind of hoping for answers rather than just encouragement.
You've got us, you know.
Excellent. There is nothing to fear. You already possess the strength to oppose this evil god. I am truly looking forward to this.
How many cut-in portraits do you have, Igor?
Our mutual friend knows where the exit is. Morgana, please guide them.
Well, I know too now. Also, I just realized that the book Lavenza is carrying says Le Grimoire, or however you pronounce that in French, which I think just means the tome or the volume or something like that. But I suspect that's the Persona Compendium.
And thank you for all that you've done. It's a cruel responsibility that's been cast upon you.
I will accept your words of appreciation fully when everything is over. Now follow me!
Morgana's attitude is completely different now. Okay, well...
Joker!
Let's go. Well, before that... Please be careful on your way. Oh, I just have to leave. I'm not allowed.
This way!
Follow me. Alright. That stupid little, like... That Sonic the Hedgehog swirly... animation on Morgana's feet when he runs is the freaking goofiest.
It's somewhere.
Oh, we're still in the palace. That's right. What's this? It's one hell of a door. That's our exit. Come on, let's go.
Huh?
Oh,
Back in Shibuya again?
I guess it wasn't that door in Mementos. Or maybe it was, it's just fused with everything. Who the hell even knows anymore? But I see the tower over there.
Oh, This is where we were when our bodies disappeared.
Seems like people still haven't realized that this abnormality has taken over the city.
Look, the door we just came through. If I remember correctly, this is that quarantine cell.
Well, that answers that.
That's right. It was actually the Velvet Room, which had been swallowed by the distortions.
Really? The distortions even got as far as the Velvet Room? Holy hell! Things were at a pretty dire point even before the Velvet Room was taken over by whoever this is supposed to be.
You did say you were born in there. It makes so much sense now.
Wait, so if we came out of there, does that mean we're the criminals?
Well, the original inhabitants of the Velvet Room would be, so yeah, Igor and Lavenza.
No, it's more like him, since he was kept in here.
Most likely, Joker had been under the malicious guidance of the evil god for quite some time.
Yes, indeed.
The Velvet Room originally existed to nurture the human mind. But after it was taken over, it was sealed inside that bastard's nest. Inside Mementos.
Aha!
Mona? More importantly...
Yeah, why are you glowing?
You're shining.
It's probably because my memories have returned. I know what my duty is now.
So, he's literally become supersonic now. Complete with that goofy-ass running animation. When's he gonna start doing spin dashes?
Whoa. Do you see something? Shining?
Oh, they can see that?
Wait a sec. What's with those weirdly dressed guys?
I feel like I've seen those costumes before.
Oh, aren't they the Phantom Thieves?
Uh-oh, we're probably in trouble.
I kind of remember seeing a silhouette of them on a jumbo screen in the city.
The Phantom Thieves?
Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgot about them.
This is different from how it was before. Do they see us?
It doesn't seem to be everyone, though. Only a handful of people in this large crowd.
Maybe it's Kazumona's light.
Either way, they remember the Phantom Thieves! Oh, the Key of Hope.
Mona, guide us. Where must we go?
Over there. The bastard from earlier should be in that temple.
Are we ever going to learn his name? Oh! Steal malevolent God's heart. Day of Reckoning. Okay. Alright. That's fine. Hi, Lavenza. You're probably pretty cool. I wouldn't have regained my true form if not for you. In order to repay that debt, allow me to assist you and your teammates here. Please come to me if you are injured. I will heal your wounds. Well, that's pretty useful. There. Now is the time for all of you to show your true strength to the world. Yeah, I'm really glad that everybody gets access to the Velvet Room now. Oh, we can't go back in that way. We have to go in this way. Yeah, like, in Persona 2, everybody could go into the Velvet Room, everyone on your team. And there were a variety of services available there that weren't just handled by Igor. So it's actually kind of nice to see the newest Persona game finally, I mean, at the very end of the game, granted, on the last day, clearly right before we fight the final boss, actually going back to that. Or making a nod to it, anyway. Well, now let's go see what the Velvet Room is like at this point. Oh, and now I can just leave. Shadows and personas. Surely there is no need for me to explain these anymore. You already understand their nature. The fact that my master and I are here once again is proof of that. Let your mind wander. Go to bed. Is something the matter? Oh, I'm just not allowed. And also, I'm not in my prison uniform anymore. And the door is open, although I can't leave. I'm not allowed.
Oh, the list of challenges I gave you before. I wrote that.
Yeah, clearly. That much was pretty obvious, I think.
It was difficult writing clues that both resonated with my consciousness and did not tip off that false god.
Well, wait a minute. So, you had some warning that the Velvet Room was going to be invaded by that guy? Because otherwise you wouldn't have had time to set up all of those clues. So the real purpose of that list was to help her regain her memories.
But thanks to you, my wish has been granted. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Powerful guardians will stand in your way beyond this point. Be careful. You may be the first person in history to have ever saved my master.
I'm pretty sure Peter is, because in no other situation in the entire universe of Persona or Shin Megami Tensei or any of the offshoots has Igor himself been in any direct danger.
Oh, but
Okay.
thanks to
Just repeat dialogue now. All right, Igor. Welcome to the Velvet Room. Let me hear your business. Oh, no voice for him for this, though. Interesting. The evil god has been unleashed upon us. Unfortunately, we do not have time to train a persona. Furthermore, please remember to take any personas remaining in lockdown along with you. Okay, well, that answers that, then.
This is the awakening. You wish to transform a persona?
Am I allowed? Given the unique... Yeah, okay, I've already done it. Come back another day. Like that's gonna happen.
You wish to perform a fusion? What are you looking for? Which persona do you wish to send?
Oh
What
boy.
would you like to upgrade? Now please choose.
Oh, good, I can make Vishnu. Okay. And he looks mostly the same, I guess. Vacuum Wave. Boy, are you sure this is Vishnu and not X-Death? Oh, that was dumb. Very few people are going to get that. Okay, severe wind damage to all foes. Interesting. And Megidolon. Well, Vishnu could potentially be useful for other purposes. Alright, I'm in a bit of a difficult situation here because I really want to finally finish the build I was going for with Melchizedek here, which now I can finally do, now that I have Vishnu. But we're also only at 19 minutes as of right now in this episode, and I really don't want to cut it off now, but I also can't really tack it on to the end of the previous episode, because that one was an hour and 10 minutes, and see, I've got this issue with, basically with OBS, which I use as my recording software. Really, I guess the issue is, with Audacity. And the problem is that with Audacity, which I use to record audio, it can't record files longer than just over 4 hours. And this recording session has now gone on for 3 hours and 13 minutes. So, given the time it would take me to fuse Vishnu and teach him, what was it, Riot Gun, I think, and transfer that onto Melchizedek, or turn him into a skill card. You know, actually, I guess it's a moot point, because I already used my, my skill fusion for today. So I can't itemize Vishnu anyway.
You wish to transform a persona?
I won't be able to turn him into the skill card for one shot, or for...
A change of heart? You wish to view the compendium? Here is the compendium. You
For
wish
that
to
skill,
register a
I've already
persona?
forgotten its name.
Is this acceptable?
Riot gun, yeah. Well, okay, that
Then I
solves
wish
my
you
problem
good luck.
then. Yeah, I guess I'll be heading back then. That's damned unfortunate. The thing is, if I go over the recording limit, it causes tremendous problems for me with the editing of these episodes. So I have to be conscious not to do that. But then, I guess I still have the same problem now, because when I go in there, I am probably going to get stuck in an incredibly long ending sequence, you know, fighting the final boss and all of that other stuff. So, as much as I hate to do this, I think I'm going to just cut it here. This will be just a really short episode. And I'll start a new recording session next time, and that way, hopefully, 4 hours will be enough for us to get through the remainder of the game. Hopefully that'll be enough to just finish this out. So, thank you all very much for joining me, and I guess I will see all of you then. Take care, everybody.